Hi, my name is Pierre Mateo Dupont. I'm taking this course Communications 1, and this is my presentation over California wildfires and the week 4 assignment of speech prep. So basically, the situation is California wildfires and how worse it's become over the years and its effects it's had. A lot of the causes caused from global warming and climate change. The reason why it's so popular in California, especially in three regions that I forgot the names of. It's because of not. It's of course alarming of climate change and all those climate change and global warming factors and causes. But another big reason is also people misbehaving and causing these fires and not be responsible over them, such as we've seen over the past few years of, for example, baby showers and near forest and wildlife. Those are very dangerous in some cases where people have had to evacuate towns to escape all the fumes and the fires. And some of the examples here in the articles I've done on the IVC library database are such as the one article from Morbidity and Mortality Weekly Report from the year 2020, December 11th. One quote I got from that is, during 2020, the United States has experienced unseasonably higher fire activity than past years, resulting in over 7.8 million burn acres. That's a crazy number. That quote was from the author Navarro in the article in the page 1873, and I think that's just crazy how it just keeps getting worse and worse. And like 7.8 million acres is a lot of terrain, especially just in California. So that's a huge number, and that's crazy scary. And this is a problem. This article correctly analyzes the problem here, and it shows the burden on the world, specifically in California. And another article from the 6, I'm only gonna talk about 4 because it'll take up too much time. Another one is from U.S. News, the report. It was from 2018. It was the 8th month and the 17th day. And the quote that I picked from the author Nesbitt is, the intensity and duration of wildfires in western United States have grown substantially, not sustainably, in the past generation as a result of climate change and other factors such as land use. So I think that keyword land use is made for corporations or companies that exploit greed and don't really care about the environment and all the effects that all their activities take in. A lot of CO2 emissions is from companies itself, such as factories or the plastic industry, or also the oil industry. That takes a big toll on the earth. Especially the automotive industry, which is one of the biggest factors in causes to global warming, climate change. They release a lot of CO2 emissions, and the reason why it's such a big factor is also because most of the people in California, they have cars, and there's a lot of that caused by it. And this article also illustrates the problem, how it's a burden to California. Another article, this is for the causes. This article is from U.S. News, the Civic Report. It was from 2019, November 22nd. And the quote I pulled from here is, California's latest utility has shut off powers to millions of people in the past week, but most are leaving tens of thousands of homes powerless into Thursday in an effort to avoid starting more of the wildfires that are devastating the state. And quote is pulled from Smith Schoenwalder. It didn't show the page, but this is a crazy thing, that utility and also the effects are seen to the individuals of towns and cities where they lose power and they have to evacuate their homes. That's a crazy thing, because a lot of people don't have the availability to just go to another home, or they don't have access financially to hotels just by that. And in those cases where you have to evacuate in an emergency case, you can't really use your insurance or those things because it just won't come in time. You need the money then. So that is the individual effects that it can cause to an individual family, especially one who is middle class or lower. So that is a bad factor that is caused by the wildfires, and the causes is, of course, climate change and global warming. And I think this article it illustrates what is causing the wildfires and rooting them, the roots behind them in California. And the last article I pulled from, I'm gonna do the solutions one. It's from the source, the publisher Independent. It's from 2019, from June 1st. And here I did not find an author. It was just an article. I'm assuming it had either several authors or it just didn't place it. But here the quote is: "The report finds California Fire and other parties focus far too little on fire prevention, at least partly because they succumb to the faulty incentives they face. To remedy these and related problems, the author makes numerous recommendations on fire prevention, fire detection technologies, and institutional reform." Once again, one of the solutions, which is very important on the last sentence from this quote is: fire prevention, fire detection technologies, and institutional reform. A lot of this thing, analyzing this fire prevention, of course, is us being not overly contributing to global warming, and also prevention, just not being ignorant to how quick a wildfire can start and can explode by so much. Another solution is the fire detection technologies. Of course, technology is innovative and it's growing every day, and hopefully there's minds that work towards prevention of these technologies, such as it's been worked so well with earthquakes and tsunamis, where they're told by the waves of the water and such. And here, hopefully sooner it'll be a better technology down a few years, which will help the firefighters prevent and fight the fires easier. And institutional reform, analyzing this, I believe it's because of Congress and the government in the United States and California, how there's an infrastructure on the work and everything that they're contributing to the wildfires and how to prevent them and stop them. I think they should definitely work harder and foresee these problems and not just work on them while they're happening and while they're battling it. And for example, season of these wildfires is mostly the summer, of course, because the big temperature change. But what can help this problem is by working on it before, let's say during winter, and they're already starting bills and such to help combat these problems and make a bigger budget within the government. And I think this article contributed to the solutions of California wildfires, because this is a solution because it helps analyze and also illustrate how they can help this problem. And that's it on this presentation of wildfires. Hopefully it was easy for you to get through everything I'm explaining and illustrating. And I thank you for your time, and thank you. Have a good day.